Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about my recent 10 palettes that I got in my collection, and I'm going to rank it from least favorite to most favorite. Why do I say least favorite? Just because none of these 10 palettes are like dud by any means. Like none of them. It took a long time for me to decide like what will come on what position. Like, can it change? Yes, it can. Especially the top 5, it can definitely change. So without creating more stress in my life, let's begin. Okay, on number 10, this is a new brand that I tested for this month, and this is Wicked Widow Beauty, and this is the alternative palette. Now again, it's just a personal preference. I love the design. I love that the top can come off, and these tones are very pastely. Now, I am not a person who's too much into pastels, neither am I a person who's too much into glitters. So if you are a person who loves glitters, I think this would climb up the ladder for you really well. Like I feel like this can be like one of your favorites, but I feel like for me, because I'm not like too much into glitter, apart from the video that I filmed with this palette, I didn't use it anymore. And these mattes are super powdery. It doesn't bother me, but it can definitely bother some people, because as soon as you put your brush into it, a lot of kick up comes in the pan. The best part about this is the palette is magnetic. So if I am not a person who is into glitters, I can take those glitters out and I can pop some shimmers that I really like. I love that aspect of it, but because I'm not into pastels and I'm not into glitters, that's the only reason why am I ranking it a little low. But by no means it's a bad palette. So do keep that in mind. I do have a code with them. It's Smithy Sony. I have a code with a lot of these brands. I'll link everything in the description box below for you guys to check it out. But such a cute packaging, isn't it? I love it. I love it. Okay, let's move on. On number 9, we have a Natasha Denona palette. And this is the mini gold palette. Again, nothing absolutely wrong with this palette. It's just the color story, because again, I'm not big into greens. This is not my color story. I think out of these tones, if I would reach out for this like gold, and I do like this like grungy green. But rest of the shades, I mean, this does nothing to my eyelid. This is like a cream to powder finish. Again, like a dark brown black shade. This green, I'm not too much into it, but I must say this green appears a little more darker on the eyes, so that I can appreciate. But because it's only 2 out of the 5 pans that I use regularly, I picked it out on a discount for like $13, so I don't regret this at all. But if I see the rest of the palettes that are laid in front of me, of course I'm going to rank this a little low, so that's why it's on number 9. On number 8, we have a palette from Gourmand Girls, and this is in collaboration with Doodles by the Bunny. This is her first collaboration palette, and this is C'est L'Amour palette. And this is full of like pinks and reds and like a few neutrals pop in here and there. I feel like if you are into pinks and reds, this can easily be your favorite palette. I must say, when I am dipping into this, yes, I'm dipping into like those pinks. My favorite shade out of this palette, I would say, is this like red and this bronzy shade. I dip into this palette only for those. Even this green duochrome, it is absolutely stunning, like absolutely stunning. I need to. Even this is a duochrome with like a blue shimmer shift. But they do reds so well. Like, I was impressed when I saw these reds. So because it's like a specific color story that it is speaking, and of like pinks and reds, that's the only reason why this is ranking a little low. But look at those shimmers and shine. It's so pretty. And the red, like if a brand can do red without skipping and that pigmented, I'm a fan. Like immediately I'm a fan. But I would say Gourmand Girls has done many more palettes in the recent times, which definitely has like stepped up their game in the mattes as well as shimmers. So I have them ranked a little more higher than this, and that's the only reason why this is ranking on number 8. On number 7, I have a Sugar Drizzle palette, and this is the matte Press Pigment palette by Sugar Drizzle, and this is the all purple palette by them. And the only reason why this is ranking a little low is just because it doesn't have any shimmers, and I'm a shimmer person. Yes, I'm a purple lover, so The tones that are in this is absolutely amazing, like absolutely amazing, and the quality is top notch. So if you are a purple lover and if you are in a budget, I feel like this is going to be right up your alley. I've done like 3 or 5 looks using this palette. I'll link it in the iCards above for you guys to check it out. I was impressed, like absolutely impressed. If you are into like the mattes that Blend Bunny Cosmetics does, you're gonna love this. Like their formula and this formula, I feel like they're so similar. I love the mattes. The only complaint is that I definitely dip into like shimmers when I'm using this palette, and that is not here. So this palette doesn't do everything for me. I would have loved if they would have eliminated like this big of a palette and made it like a 12 pan palette. I would have loved it. I feel like if people are hesitant to get this palette, it would be only because it's like such a big palette full of purples. But I love that there are pops of blues and greens also. But I feel as soon as I looked in the palette when I got it, I was like, oh my god, that's so much of like mid-tone and deep purples, which look very, very similar in the pan. As soon as I swatched it, I knew each and every shade had a different tone. Like they had a different undertone, and I appreciate that. But again, I'm a purple lover. If you give me this much variety in green, sorry, I would not. I'm not a big green person. But this, I really, really, really love the formula. So if you are into like mattes and if you love purples, this is right up your alley. I love this. I absolutely love this. On number 6, we have Gormon Girls Radioactive Palette. Now this is another full shimmer palette by them. The tones are again right up my alley. I absolutely love it. If I'm wearing greens, it is this kind of greens. I do not wear like grassy greens on my eyes. I just don't feel very comfortable with it. But I love the additions of pinks, purples, blues, reds. Love it. Absolutely love it. These are like sparkly, dimensional shimmers. You need to experience this to understand how beautiful this is. Like, oh my god, look at those tones. It's so pretty. So pretty. Let me swipe it, swatch it, so that you understand like what am I talking about and why am I going gaga about them. And that's because it's worth going gaga about them. Look at that. If this is not what dreams are made of, I don't know what is. Like if you are a shimmer person, you would love it. If these are your tones, you're absolutely going to love it. Because the quality is absolutely there. It's just a matter of whether these tones are your tones or not. I have several Gormon Girls palette in this collection. And wait and see. Like this is not the last palette of Gormon Girls that we're going to talk about. Like this is absolutely stunning. So again, this would be on number 6. Now we're going to talk about my top 5. Now this can go up and down any way, shape or form. Like any way, shape or form. It's just a matter of day and how much use I'm getting out of this palette. That's how I've determined the ranking of these. So on number 5, let's talk about the newest Sugar Drizzle palette. And this is their Halloween collection. And this is called Trick or Treat palette. This is absolutely stunning. Like I don't even know where to begin and where to end because this is absolutely stunning. The tones are gorgeous. The mattes are blendable. The shimmers are out of this world beautiful. Like I am a fan of this shade and this shade so much. I don't dip into a lot of yellows and greens. So that is the least used shade from this palette for me. But rest all of them, I'm such a big fan of it. I've done 3 looks using this palette and I can do several more. I've mentioned this quite a bit times in my channel and I love this. Absolutely love this. I absolutely have to show you the tones because it's beautiful. Like, look at that. It's some great multichrome, duochrome and mattes. It's just beautiful, guys. I don't know if it's still available on their website or not. I'll link everything in the description box below for you guys. But if you are into Halloween, this is definitely one that you need in your collection. I think you'll never be disappointed with this. So again, that is why this I'm ranking on number 5. On number 4, I have Gormon Girls Ethereal palette. And this is again a full shimmer palette from them. And this, if you love shimmers, I mean, Oh, this is like the rainbow under the sun with all the shimmer, the glitter, everything. It has some beautiful duochromes. This is a duochrome palette, and you can find so much. Like, you can do so much with this. If you are a person who has like a staple matte palette in your collection or a neutral palette in your collection, you just want like one shimmer palette to amp up your looks and you're just dipping into colors, this is the palette to go for. Like, I absolutely love this. Let me swatch a few shades for you so that you know how pretty this is. Oh my god, look at the shine. Look at the shine. I don't know what to say. Again, I've done 5 looks using this palette on my channel before. You can get a lot of inspiration from that video, and if you were eyeing this, you can see this in action, how beautifully each and every shade performs on the eyes. And this doesn't crease on me at all. The formula is absolutely top notch. Again, one of the favorite palettes that they have done this year. I absolutely love them. So yes, this is on my number 4. My top 3, it's so close to each other. I don't even know what to do with myself because they're so good. Like, they're so good. On number 3, we have It's Belle Cosmetics Cool Summer Palette. Now, this palette, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. Like, I love It's Belle Cosmetics. If you guys have not seen like my channel before, hey, my name is Smithy. I love It's Belle Cosmetics. I love indie brands. I love shimmers. So that's the introduction of me. But I dip into this palette so regularly, and it is because of the shimmers. I love this duochrome. This palette is full of duochromes. Like, they have absolutely everything duochromes and beautiful mattes. This is the first time It's Belle is doing mattes, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed the way their mattes perform. The only regret that I have is that these two tones are very, very similar to each other, at least on my eyes, I would say. But I feel this is beautiful. Like, if you are into pastels, like, I'm not a big pastel person, but if you're just getting into colors and those pastel tones, those like summer tones, this is beautiful. I would not lie, I dip into shimmers the most out of this palette, and that is where this shines. So let me swatch a few for you guys. I have this actually on the inner third of my eye today. So whatever shift that you're seeing of that blue is because of this shade. Like, it's so pretty. I need to show you this. Like, they just do the tones so good. Like, so good. It's so pretty. Like, absolutely stunning. Oh my god. And they are the ones who really play with like the shimmer formulas. Not everything is like toppery format, not everything is like opaque, but they have like a mix of so many things, and you can do so much with this. Like, look at the shine, look at the shimmer, look at the shine, the smooth metallics, duochromes, multichrome shade, and you can do so many things with them. Like, I love this palette. I love It's Belle. Like, I love them. This is top-notch quality. I absolutely love them, and I cannot stop staring at my hand. Like, look at that. What else do you need? What else do you need? Just get it. And even the mattes, I would say, like, they have done really, really good. I love It's Belle, and I love this palette. I absolutely love. I feel like the blues, you have to build it up a little bit more, but rest everything does work really, really well. Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's move on. Top two. You can put it anywhere in number 1 or number 2. I love them equally. Because I have to mention them, I'm just mentioning it in this format just because I use one a little more than the other, and that's why this is on number 2, and it is Gourmand Girl Spooked palette. This is my perfect colorful palette. I love jewel tones, I love grungy tones, I love Halloween season, I love fall season, and this is my perfect fall palette, Halloween palette, if you say. Like, I love these tones. I absolutely adore the formula, the mattes, the shimmers, you name it and you get it. These are all special, like all special tones. I love the reds, the purples, the oranges, the greens. I'm not a green person, but these are special on the eyes. They look absolutely stunning. Again, I've done like 5 looks using this palette on my channel, and you need to see it, like how pretty it is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you see the shift? Can you see the shift? I don't know. I don't know what to do with myself. Like, look at that. Tell me that you do not like this. I mean, you dare and tell me that. Oh my God, this is so pretty. I love this. I absolutely love this. Like Doodles by the Bunny and Gourmand Girls. You absolutely killed it with this palette. Like absolutely killed it. Like I can see this like on the top ranking for my 2022 palettes, and I love it. Like I absolutely love the quality, and I am so happy for you guys. Like yes, give it to me any day, every day. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now the only reason why this ranked on number 2 is just because it has very less amount of neutrals, and that's what I love about it. But not that I cannot wear this every day of my life. Just, I mean, you can. I don't wear like that colorful eye looks to office, and that's the only reason that is on number 2, just because this palette I've worn more than the other palette. And on my number 1, I have Natasha Denona, My Dream palette. Guys, guys, I'm a fan. Like these tones are just me in a palette. I love pinky browns, and I love that these are like not that warm tone, not that cool tone. Yes, it's definitely leaning, I would say it's still leaning a little bit neutral. I don't think that this is like too warm tone in my opinion. When you put it on your eyes, definitely the things that you see, like Unity is like a light peach. You have those burgundy shimmers. You have this beautiful, where is it? You have this beautiful trichrome shade. Oh my God. And this is so pretty. The shimmers, the mattes, everything is very pretty. I love these tones on me. I really cannot complain anything about it. The one complaint that I would have is if this shade was as dark as it appears in the pan, I would have loved it. Like that would have taken this palette to another level, I would say, but I still love this. I absolutely love this. I've worn this so many times in my office, and you can do glamorous look, everyday look. Like I just feel pretty when I'm wearing this, and I cannot recommend this enough. Like if you are eyeing this palette and you did not grab this, again, do I have 5 looks or I have 3 looks? I don't remember, but I'll leave it in the icons above for you guys. I've done a lot of looks using this palette on my channel. I've done several get readies with me also using this palette. So I have a ton of videos using this palette for some inspiration if you're looking for some. But I would highly recommend this, especially if you can snag it for like the Sephora VIB sale or Black Friday sale. Yes, from me. So this is ranking on number 1. So those were the palettes that I recently tried, and I absolutely love each and every one of them. Like it's just a matter of numbers that I put how I'm feeling today. But I use these palettes. The quality is absolutely top notch. So I cannot recommend enough out of these palettes, and these are some brands that I like vouch for. I absolutely love them. So that's all for today, guys. I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys just to make a decision how I feel about them. But yes, if you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.